And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar, right here on BearcatJournal.com. Go see our good friends at Hail Mary's. They're located in Cheviot. They're on Harrison Avenue, so they're right inside the Dora District. Great place to watch the shootout tomorrow night. You can go from bar to bar with your drinks, but no need. You can just hang out at Hail Mary's. They'll get you taken care of. 27 TVs, 9-screen video wall. They have the DirecTV sports package. They got TNT, so you can watch the game. And obviously, brand new draft lines, brand new walk-in cooler, and of course, ice-cold Cincy Light in 32.8 degree frosted glasses. All right, Aaron. 'Twas the night before shootout, and all through the house, Bearcat fans were nervous. Even the mouse. That's all I got. The mouse was a Bearcat fan? I don't know. Do Bearcats eat mice? They just eat like leaves and stuff, right? Bananas, leaves.
Bananas, yeah.
Yeah. Lucy loves bananas. I don't. I wish I could say I have a good feeling about this. I mean,
what a bunch of nerds, though, waiting all through the night to not put the jersey on the Big O. And then they do it at 2 p.m. What are we doing?
Who cares? I mean, actually, probably pretty strategic because they're going to be watching it overnight.
Nerds.
I agree. We don't normally do 3 keys for basketball, but 1, it's the shootout, and 2, if this season is going to find its way back on track, it has to start tomorrow night. But Georgia looks really good. Clemson looks really good. The odds of winning both of those games in Atlanta and in Greenville, not great right now.
May they be ever in your favor.
If this thing is going to turn around, it's going to have to start tomorrow night in a place that they haven't won since 2001.
If you lose,
easy peasy, right?
If you lose tomorrow night against the best chance that you've had, truthfully, as far, again, on paper, a lot of this is on paper because whatever.
You had a great chance 2 years ago and couldn't get it done.
I would say on paper, though, this is a better chance to win, and this roster is Cincinnati's roster is better. Xavier's roster is worse.
I mean, but this team is not trending up. Like
Correct.
Roster to roster, sure. But when you talk about, like, both teams are brand new. UC's got one guy that's played in the shootout that's going to play tomorrow. Xavier has none. Xavier had one guy that was on the bench last year as a walk-on. And other than that, who knows? So the problem is Xavier started terribly, which is where all this, like, have to win came from. That's where that all started. And then as we've gone through a quarter of the season, Xavier's trend line is going up. UC's trend line is going down. So a lot of that stuff we said was accurate at the time that we said it. But having watched these two teams play over the past 2 weeks, I feel a lot better about one than I do the other. And it's not Cincinnati right now.
Well, and the odds are out, and Cincinnati is currently not favored. Xavier given a 1.5 point spread, which you guys called it last night. And that's where it opened anyway. I don't know if it's moved since I checked it this afternoon, but that's where it opened. So yeah, we'll see.
I mean, which essentially means Ken Palm and Vegas agree Cincinnati has a little bit better roster, but home court advantage gives you 3 points. So, what would be a 1.5 point Cincinnati edge is now a 1.5 point Xavier edge. So we'll see. Let's get the 3 keys.
Let's.
Aaron, take it away.
Sure. Open this. And my first key is take care of the damn ball. You have been sloppy at best over the course of the season with errant passes, trying to do too much, at times trying to make you took mine down.
Oh, sorry.
Trying to make an extra pass at times when you're wide open. Take a shot. As long as you're not, honestly, as long as you're not like Buck, Chom hanging out there around in this game, I don't want to see Chom taking threes. Buck, I'd be okay with if he's wide open, but I don't want to see more than 2, 3. But just take care of the ball. You've been careless. It doesn't seem like that's been a point of emphasis over the course of the season so far. Take care of the ball. Run and gun. I was told at the beginning of the season that this team was going to run, and they were going to be fast, and they were going to shoot early in the shot clock, and I don't feel like I've seen a ton of that. I don't feel like driving to the hoop has been a priority more often than not. I feel like there's just been a lot of threes chucked up, sometimes wide open, and that's okay. Some of them have just been threes for the sake of a three.
I mean, they ran a lot until Louisville, and then we have not seen it since Louisville. So,
and you almost won in that game. I don't know why I don't know why we've gotten away from it when Baba.
They slowed it down against Louisville. They did not try to run with Louisville.
First half, they kind of did.
Not really. The pace was still pretty slow. They were just more efficient. They were making shots and getting to the rim, but they weren't exactly like flying up and down the court. But that was still faster than what we've seen in the game since. I'll definitely give you that.
And against bye teams, I don't understand. Again, if that's supposed to be your identity, I don't know why we've gotten away from it. So I just want to see, what is your identity, I guess? I want to see it get back to running, because I think that if you're going to run 10 deep, even 9 deep, I think you can afford to run. So let's see some more of that. And closeout defense. Too many times against these bye games, especially in the course of the last couple since Louisville, I feel like their closeout defense, you said it best when you said hand down, man down. That's what it's been. You're 2-3 steps away from a guy who's around the arc, and they're just throwing up wide open threes. I can't understand it, especially since defense has been something you've hung your hat on over the course of this season up until Eastern Michigan, and the wheels kind of came off.
The defense has still been great. I think they're still 4th in the country in KenPom, but Xavier shoots at least the last 2.5 weeks has been shooting at an elite clip. And if you give them, especially their bigs, Aaron, if you give them just wide open rhythm threes, they're going to make them. They're going to make them. I mean, they've had 2 games where they've made 16 threes already this season.
Bananas.
That's like 3 games for Cincinnati most times. To make 16 once, they need 3 games. But Xavier's done it twice.
So I just want to see that closeout defense, especially around the perimeter, be a little bit more purposeful. It just doesn't feel like that.
A lot of it's what we've talked about on post-game shows. Their skill level as individual defenders is about as high as it can get. But their communication as a team, their talking, their help side, like the way that they're defending as a team is not matching their individual talent.
Well, I think communication would take care of all 3 of these things, truthfully.
Probably.
Better communication would take care of the ball better. It would add to the speed of your offense in running up and down, and that closeout defense that we talked about, particularly on the switch and the picks and stuff.
The ball screen defense.
Yeah.
They're moving your defense, and you're slow to recover because you're not communicating at the level that you need to be communicating.
Agreed.
For me, when it comes to threes, break even. This does not have to be a game where Cincinnati shoots makes 15 threes. But it does have to be a game where they hold Xavier to 8 or 9 and Cincinnati makes 8 or 9. You can't have a 5, 6, 7 made threes gap where you're giving up 15, 18, 21 points that they're scoring via the three that you're not getting. They're not a team that really gets downhill. They don't attack the rim at a high level. And I think guard on guard, Cincinnati should be able to defend their guards. The bigs and the bigs' ability to shoot threes is their separator. Cincinnati's got to hang even. If they make 9, make 8, right? Like, you can be 1 or 2 off, but you can't have this situation where Xavier makes 14 threes and Cincinnati makes 6.
Unless you're turning Xavier over and having some crazy amount of fast break points. I don't expect that.
They don't turn the ball. Like, they do a really good job protecting the ball. So
what's that
they
like?
pass it well. They're a high assist team, and they take quality rhythm shots. That's how you make 16 threes twice in a game. You're not making 16 threes by shooting a bunch of, individual ISO step back jumpers from the wing. So you've got to be in the ballpark. If they make 10 and you make 8, I think that's a wash. I think that's good. If they make 14 and you make 6, it's going to be a long night, as most of them have been since 2001 in the Cintas Center. Get to the paint. They have changed the way that they're playing. Anthony Robinson not playing as much as he was to start the season, who is their rim protecting 6'10", long athletic center. Papa Njai, another forward center type that was getting a lot of minutes for them early, also not on the floor much anymore. They've got shooters out there. They've got skill out there. They don't have rim protection. You don't necessarily have to get all the way to the rim and make a shot, but you do have to get paint touches. You do have to get in the vicinity, collapse the defense, and then if you kick it out for a rhythm 3, perfect. But this passing it around the perimeter and not punishing them for the defenders that they have on the floor will cost them dearly if that's how it plays out. And then finally, Aaron, find a way. I don't want this season to be over December 5th. I really don't. Like that we have done that in football a couple times, man. And it just is a grind to get through. I don't want to have to do this. What's this, game 9? Like 23, 24 more times if they can't win this game. Find a way. I don't care how you do it. I don't care what it looks like. Win by 1. Get the hell out of there. Break the streak. And at least give us a little momentum for a week. Because, look, man, it's been a rough couple weeks in Bearcat land. It's been a rough couple weeks in Bearcat land. Something good would be really nice. Would be really nice.
Sure.
I've got some other stuff. The Big 12 all-conference teams came out today, Aaron, and a lot of Bearcats in the fold. A lot of guys popped up on those all-conference teams. You had Jake Golday, first team, Evan Tengestal, Cyrus Allen, Joe Cotton, Brendan Sorsby, Dante Corleone, and Max Fletcher on the second team. Third team, Gavin Gerhardt and Joe Royer. And then honorable mention, Tawi Walker, Jeff Caldwell, Jalen Hunt, and Antoine Peak Jr. So congratulations to all of them for being honored for their stellar play for the Bearcats this season.
Yeah, we also saw 3 Senior Bowl invites for Dante Corleone, Jake Golday, and Joe Royer, and then the Hula Bowl invite for Gavin Gerhardt. No surprises for any of those guys.
No. Love all 4 of those guys, and we will be closely monitoring how the process goes as they head towards the draft. And then a couple names into the portal. Kamari Burns, we saw pop in today, or announced his intentions to go into the portal today. I don't think it's a guy that they necessarily like wanted to lose, Aaron, but it's also a situation where by the end of the year, I think the last 3 games he had 5 snaps. So he wasn't being used. He got passed by Isaiah Rodgers as the backup to Dante Corleone. Usually that's a pretty good sign that might be time for both parties to go a different direction.
Yeah, he had the opportunity presented to him both this season and some last season even. So it wasn't as if we didn't get to see what he brought to the table. We'll see how that ends up going for him.
Kamari Burns, sorry. And then Cale Woodburn as well. He got injured, didn't have a chance to get on the field or fight for a spot this year. I just don't know in this league if the smaller guys work.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a flyer, but hardly knew you. Cup of coffee.
How much fun was Spring Ball 2024 when he was racing down the field against apparently what were corners that had concrete for gym shoes?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Not tonight. No.
We'll be here tomorrow night. I think they are having a watch party at the Grail. There's a bunch going on. The St. X State Championship game also starts at 7:30. They'll have that on the TVs. They'll have this game on the TVs. If you can make it to the Grail, make it there. If not, make it to Hail Marys. I think I'm going to be home. I don't think I can watch this in public.
Good.
I don't think I can.
Don't have to wait for you after. No. Are we going to be live immediately after, or are we going to wait until after the pressers?
Live immediately after. I don't need to hear a presser.
Okay.
I just need to watch the game and turn the cameras on. Hopefully, I'm in a good mood. I'm not confident that I'll be in a good mood.
We'll see how much the drinks are flowing tomorrow night.
Yeah, I might wait until halftime to start.
I'll probably make a decision at halftime which way that's going to go.
Right, exactly. I'm not going to start before the game because then by the time we're at the end of the aftermath, there's no telling where I'll be. If I have 1 or 2 Cincy Lights, or as you know what Liz, my girlfriend Liz, you know what her entire family calls Cincy Light? They call them Chad Lights.
Well,
so you know,
I've been called worse.
Yeah, a lot worse. I'll probably wait until halftime and see how that's going to go. So, Aaron, I'll see you right around 9:30 tomorrow night.
Catch you on the other side.
That's the Nightcap, brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!